drones are gonna fly, and fat is out of here, mister! And we are gonna do it together!
Into the Watch Podcast with your host, owner-operator, Eric Huggins, Nice Watch Patrol. We are the light in the dark, Psalm 139 verse 12. Today, we're on episode 31, and we have our special guest today, Tyler Poole. Tyler Poole is a personal trainer of how many years?
11 years.
11 years personal trainer. You've owned your own gym for
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
And so I thought, what a perfect time to do a run of podcasts. Then right now, we're running into the new year, and we all want to make some life changes.
Yes, sir.
And one of the life changes would be
changing yourself.
Making some personal changes. And,
yes, sir.
And maybe making personal changes in our inner selves, and maybe make some changes to our physical self.
Yes, sir.
And you know, as a security company owner, I have seen a lot of overweight security guards.
Yeah.
A lot of overweight cops.
Yes, sir.
Police officers out there. And you know, some of them now we see so many overweight ones, we assume that's the requirement for the job. Now we see security, and you got larger guys that that are looking for a job, and they realize they can't really do a whole lot because of their physical appearance. They say, you know what, maybe I can go be a security guard. So they go be a security guard, and the security company hires them, and now they're stuck. Now they're stuck with these guards, and they come to find out that a lot of them are really, really lazy and not really motivated, and they just think that sitting in the car all day is going to get the job done. So
I don't think so.
So I want to take a huge deep dive with you as a personal trainer, and maybe this might help people out that have maybe gained some weight over the years, or maybe their internal thought process is, well, if I'm big, I can be a security guard, and that shouldn't be the case. But I'm starting to see that that's what we're running into. That's just a stigma of how private security is. Like, well, yeah, hire a big old fat guy, or overweight guy. And then that, it cuts into cost. Now we spending more on uniforms. We think about workers' comp. Now we have to try to roll these guys in some sort of health benefits, because obviously one of the leading causes is heart disease. Heart disease is because we're Americans and we like to eat.
We love food.
I love food.
Come on.
So tell me about yourself. And I want to learn a bit more about you, and as far as the personal training. I mean,
I want you to stay active.
Well, I'm not done yet. I'm just kidding. But so you've been a personal trainer for 11 years.
Yeah.
And what got you started to do personal training?
I've always been pretty active my whole life. I played football, and so that kind of got me into being a personal trainer. I feel like I can be that motivating coach, and that that person that can get that person to that next level. Right.
And so when you do personal training, why do people look for personal training? Period.
I think
we can't do it on our own. We can't.
Right.
Do you not trust me to go work out?
I feel like they lose hope in doing it by themselves, or they want more education. So a lot what I do is giving that education back to the people and really teaching them of how to do it and when to do it and the wrongs versus the rights.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and you own a private gym, and how long have you owned that gym?
I've had the Fit Spot LLC for 3 years now.
3 years?
Yes,
wow,
sir.
That's cool. And I think when you started, COVID?
During 2020. Yeah,
wow,
COVID. Yeah.
That's crazy. And how was it during COVID?
Well, COVID affected people differently. I mean, some people were winning during COVID, and then some people were losing their business during COVID.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's funny is that even though, like when I look at personal training, and I look at people, I used to think that personal training was like, for like people that didn't know what they were doing. And then as I got older and I started to run a business, I'm like, man, I was like, I need someone to like hold me accountable.
Right.
And I remember I called you, and but I'm always working. So a lot of times I'm just like, an accountability partner is great.
Right.
You know, and I think that's what I was looking for. Because I'm like, dude, I was like, why am I going to go pay a trainer to train me if I've already been in the gym? I've been going to the gym since I was like 14 years old.
Right.
But then who's holding you accountable when you get to that age? And then when I got older and I started running my own business, I'm like, dude, I don't have time to do anything.
Right.
At least I feel that way, you know?
So what a personal trainer will do is I find the right time for you to get in the gym. We all have time, but we just have to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need that time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what type of clients do you normally get?
I train more lifestyle clients, people that are trying to really change their life. You know, people that have injuries, people have restrictions, and they feel like they can't do what they once did.
Right.
So they come to me, and I kind of create them that customized program that, and I show them that, hey guys, it's not just, you don't have to just strength train. You could do some mobility training or some stabilization training and still get the right results.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, because I think some people are so uninformed. I mean, we watch videos. There are all kind of people influencers out there that do workouts and stuff, and that's cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just like what's the even finding, like, sometimes even a personal trainer is like finding like how to properly do something. Because I mean, you go to the gym all the time, you're like, gosh dang, dude, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, like look how you're lifting, man. And you want to say something so bad, and then when you tell them, they look at you like, don't worry about it, man.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I did that one time in front of a guy and a girl. I shouldn't have done it in front of his girl, but I mean, I just saw that he was lifting improperly and he was showing his girlfriend. And so I said something. I said, hey man, you're going to want to isolate, you know, if you're going to do a tricep extension, you got to isolate those elbows. And he's going like this, and I'm like, no, dude, now you're starting to work out your back. I mean, I'm not too great in anatomy though, but you know, I know a little bit. And so I was just like, yo, dude, like, you know, calm down, man. Like, you know, so he got upset about it, and I'm like, okay, well, that's the last time I ever said anything. You know, I'll do you, boo, like, do you. So there's a lot of gyms, a lot of personal gyms,
man,
you know,
tons in Bakersfield.
and I think they started opening up since like COVID, after COVID. How's that?
Like private gyms?
Yeah.
Yeah, private gyms are becoming more popular. People are not wanting to go to those public gyms anymore. They just, like you said, they get embarrassed, or they feel like people are watching them all the time, or, you know, they don't even like the music that they play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I hate the music, but I always had headphones on though, but still.
But yeah, but imagine that you forgot your headphones. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it sucks.
And you gotta listen to that Katy Perry.
Oh, I hate Katy Perry.
But anyways, yeah, I think private gyms are becoming more popular nowadays.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I know I take my son to your gym, and I like the I guess that freedom where no one's like saying anything to you.
Right.
You don't have anyone at Planet Fitness going, you know, it's just like
too much weight.
Hey, man, hey, no grunting. Hey, you can't bring in that gallon of water.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I'm thirsty. But security work and police work is
Sedentary?
sedentary.
Sedentary.
Yeah. Sorry,
You're
I can't think of the word.
I mean, eating donuts and sitting in your car.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we're stationed in one place.
Yes, sir.
You know, a lot of times we're in a vehicle and we spend a lot of time in our vehicle.
Right.
So I call my vehicle my office, because essentially it is, because I probably spend more time in my work vehicle than I do at home sometimes.
I agree.
Because I'm constantly working. So and so when I have things I have to do, I mean, I'm like, I got my computer and everything. So I was like, I mean, as an owner operator, dude, I'm not just working, but I'm also having to work, the business, you know?
Right.
And so as I'm working for the business and working the business, like, dude, I'm like, I have to be in my car to do all that, and it's hard, So, and so because we're in the same position and because we're just constantly just sitting there, we get bored.
We do.
And so what people start doing is, I was telling people, like, I've talked to people. I said, hey, what do you do like all night long? Oh, man, dude, I buy a thing of sunflower seeds.
Oh yeah.
And so I started getting into sunflower seeds.
Right.
But then I thought, I had to go look at the milligrams of like how much like sodium's in there.
Tons of sodium.
And I'm like, dude, I'm seriously going through all this with all this sodium.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that that I'm not eating, and I'm putting things in my mouth. So I was like, I'm not eating. It's okay.
Yeah.
But actually, it's not.
Right. It's kind of like a reverse effect.
Yeah. So, So I mean, I guess it's the mental things. We're still putting things in our mouth, and we're trying to, like sunflower seeds,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
and just junk.
Right,
Essentially
right.
what it is. I mean, there's the little small little seeds, but it's junk, and a lot of that stuff, we get bored. A lot of times we try to do the right thing. We try to bring our lunch, and then the second we get to that property or wherever we're working, we already ate our lunch.
Right.
And we got like another 8, 9, 10 hours left. And it's like, then you get bored. You're like, I'm hungry. And then you leave and go to the school. I mean, I'm sorry, you go to the store. And then you go to Jack in the Box or McDonald's and you eat all night.
Right.
And then after that, you're like, I'm still hungry. So then you go to the store, you buy probably a couple of rock stars or monsters, whatever, and you consume them, and then you buy a bunch of snacks. And by that time, dude, you've already all this weight all this calories, intake,
right?
you come, and then you go home. If you work nights, you go home, you sleep on it.
I see that.
So it's just I guess the biggest thing is like finding a balance to where,
Right.
like when we're going to work, what can we take? Like what would be like in your interest, like best interest, like what would be good to take when you're going to work if you're working a long night?
Okay. Hey, you got to get your meal preps in.
It's a meal prep.
A meal prep?
Yeah, what is that?
Well, like you prep your meals like in advance.
Oh,
Yeah.
mind blowing. It's for people that don't know, because a lot of people are like, "What the heck's a meal prep?"
Right. So you prep your meals in advance, guys, and especially if you're super busy, you're always on the go. I'm super busy myself, so I have to have my meal preps, 4 to 5 meals a day. Okay, and then they make these little suitcases or these little bags called the 6-pack bags. I mean, if you guys are on your meals every single day, you're bound to have a 6-pack and you're bound to have a better, healthy lifestyle.
Wow.
Yeah. And so what I tell my athletes, people that are always on the go, find a microwave somewhere and just microwave that food real quick. You say you go to the store or the gas station, right?
Yeah.
Most gas stations have a microwave, guys. So if you just throw your food into that microwave real quick, hey guys, and you get cool with the owner, you get cool with the guys that are always at, because you guys work late night shifts.
Yeah.
Usually no one's going in there. So just, hey guys, can I use your microwave real quick? And, pop in there. And usually they're pretty chill about it. So, hey, you're getting a nice meal. And then it's great with your macros. It's great with your nutrition because you've prepped it in advance. You know what you're eating. So you're not just eating that bull stuff. That crap.
So what kind of things would you recommend? Like, just like, so you got to work 4 or 5 times a day.
Yeah.
And obviously we work nights, and it's just like, it's hard to eat sometimes. Sometimes I find myself eating like one meal a night,
that's bad.
Yeah, it is. Cause then you get hungry, your body gets hungry.
Yeah.
That's where I said where, people like will eat, their lunch right then and there when they get to work, and then they have the rest of the night to go.
Right. So there's this new diet or this new trend called the intermittent fasting, right?
I heard that.
Yeah. It's like the 16-8. You fast for 16 hours and you eat for an 8-hour window. So maybe that's great for people that work in security or work in law enforcement, because what you can do is you can fast most of your day, and you only eat about 2 to 3 times within that 8-hour window.
Right.
Right. So some of the sources of protein, or it could be like ground beef, chicken, steak. Some sources of carbs can be like sweet potatoes, brown rice, black beans, or even getting your vegetables in like asparagus, broccoli, spinach, your fruits. I mean, fruits are very easy to consume during the day. Have your protein shakes ready, already whipped up. This is stuff that you have to prep. You got to prep for your day, guys. You got to wake up an hour early and really think about, okay, I got a long day ahead of me. What am I going to do?
Wow. Yeah, that's actually a really, really good idea. I never even thought about that. Now I'm going to have to go after this. I'm going to go pick your brain a little bit on it, because that's actually like something that I think that would work out for me great. Because if I'm eating all day and I'm working all night, I'm eating all night, then I'm constantly putting something in my mouth. I'm constantly eating, dude. And so that's definitely going to be the weight gain part.
Yes, sir.
So obviously, so because we're in our cars all night, or all day, we spend a lot of time in there. Are there like some things that somebody can do to maybe to get them out of the car, to get their joints moving a little bit?
So every hour, I would recommend at least walking for, I would say 10, 20 minutes. You do that every hour, guys, you're going to be walking an extra an hour and a half a day. And they say that walking is better than running.
Wow. Yeah, I started walking a treadmill a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and I like running, but I've been, I've just started to just do a lot more. I don't know, just more walking. You know,
Yeah.
and man, dude, I'm like I'm over sweating like crazy.
Yeah, you'll lose you lose more fat walking than running.
Whoa,
Mhm.
that's crazy.
It's
That's-
just science says. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, that's what science says.
Oh shoot! Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep on walking then, bro.
Keep
Slow
it-
motion there,
yeah,
baby.
Yeah.
And according to CDC,
Right.
one person has a heart attack every 40 seconds in the U.S. and one person dies of heart disease every 36 seconds in the U.S., making a cardiovascular disease a leading cause of death. Now, a lot of that probably attains to overweight,
Mhm.
bigger people,
Right.
um,
Sodium levels.
sodium levels,
Mhm.
sunflower seeds,
Yeah.
eating processed food.
Monsters, rock stars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that affects your that affects your cardiovascular.
Oh yeah, your caffeine level. Yeah. If your caffeine level is too high, yeah.
So they say that law enforcement and security, well, I think it's more into law enforcement, but I believe security do it. Are people that work at nights? They say that they consume 1,000 milligrams
Oh,
of
wow.
caffeine
A day.
a day
Man,
on a single shift.
that's a lot.
And so I don't know what are energy drinks these like 300
Like 300 milligrams.
300 3
Yeah.
6 9. You had what, 4 energy drinks for an 8-hour period or 12-hour period on your job.
Right.
That's pretty bad, I
Bad.
think.
And it's affecting your sleep, right? So you're not sleeping.
Right?
You're not sleeping good, right? Because you have all that. You're all caffeinated out, right?
That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, man.
And so now you're lacking your sleep. Yeah.
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 Because I mean, dude, I drink a lot of energy drinks, man. And sometimes I got to the point where now where, dude, I don't even get a feel off of it.
You don't even get a
anymore.
buzz anymore, huh?
No, dude, I'm like, dude, I've been drinking caffeine for like, I don't know how long, dude. Just long enough to know where, like, if I have one, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Just having it. But now we consume them as like it's almost like an addiction.
It is.
We're addicted.
Yeah. Everyone's addicted to something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love energy drinks.
I
I
mean,
got 3 in the refrigerator right now.
You're probably drinking them just for the taste now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I stopped drinking bangs because it started tasting like medicine. I'm like, ew,
Yeah.
that's sick.
Have you read what's on the back of those?
No, dude, I don't know. It looks like Chinese to me. Like, I don't know what is it?
Yeah. Don't read it then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there something on there that we can look at? You know,
Just cut back on them.
I'll cut back on them.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
we won't go into the whole like just cut back.
Yeah. Just cut back.
Don't sit there going like through every single one. Say, okay, well,
This
no,
ain't,
just
this ain't good for my health.
they're just not good for your health. Period.
Yeah. You're gonna scare yourself.
So, what is your when you go out there and in the world, and when you're not personal training or
Mhm.
running your own gym, and you go to public and you see security guards,
Right.
and what's one of the things that pops out to you the most when you see security guards?
I want to say probably their weight.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Their weight.
And so when you see them, do you ever like talk to them and say, "Hey, man, you ever think about getting in shape?" Or do you just kind of just look at them, just kind of shake your head like, "Man"?
They don't want to hear me. Yeah. They don't want to hear what I have to say.
Okay, yeah, it's like, yeah, keep it moving, buddy.
Right.
You're loitering now. Yeah, it's so I mean I do the same thing too, and I got friends that that work security a little overweight and stuff, and and I don't ever want to pry with someone's livelihood or their business or anything like that, but like it's hard for I run a business and it's hard for me to want to hire someone that is overweight.
Right.
And it's not because I think they're a terrible person. It's just that, gosh, I don't want, without sounding like a jerk, man. Like they're lazy, dude.
They are.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just like every person. I've worked with people that were overweight,
Yes.
lazy. I've worked with people that were
Their work ethic.
the work ethic sucks.
Come on.
Because if you look at, I mean, gosh dang, I feel really, really guilty saying this,
Yeah.
but I feel like I have to say it.
We have to say it.
Because otherwise we're just going to keep ignoring it and just letting, and the thing is that you got these overweight security guards out there,
Mhm.
overweight cops. Well, overweight cops, it's that I would
It's still
say
bad. It's
it
still
does,
bad.
but
Yeah.
it is, but you got overweight cops and a lot of this comes from stress.
Yeah.
I stress, they see, I mean, come on, dude, cops see a lot of crap during the day. I mean, we see some stuff too, but cops really get the really
hard end of it.
hard end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just like, man, dude, I'm just, yeah. But when it comes to security, I'm like, okay, I understand this officer over here is a little overweight. He didn't come out of the academy looking like that, but he is like that right now.
Right.
He's probably maybe stressed, sleep patterns. A lot of times law enforcement officers are constantly changing their shifts.
Mm-hmm.
They'll go from nights to days,
back to nights,
and then back to nights,
back to days.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, when do you find a time? Like, when do you, like, it's like once, soon as you get into a rhythm, like, okay, I'm going to start working out every day. I'm going to go to the gym before my shift starts. I'm going to go to the gym at 6:00. Okay, 6 to 8. I got 2-hour window. I'm going to go home, take a shower, eat something, and go to work.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, they switch over their days. Now you're like, okay, well, where the hell am I going to,
Right.
So now you're constantly going back and forth. And that is the common problem when it comes to law enforcement. Same thing with security, sometimes we're working days. Our boss calls us and asks, "Hey man, can you work this night tonight?" And they work the night, so they're constantly just like they're not. It's not healthy, they're
Right.
not. They're not. Obviously, they're on the go, so they're not eating anything that would that's
You're messing up your rhythm.
the rhythm.
The rhythm, the routine, right?
Yeah. And I mean, I get it, man. We work. It's called the circadian rhythm.
Oh, okay.
Circadian rhythm.
Right. I heard about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when you're constantly changing shifts. And that's where it jams people up. I know for me, dude, it jammed me up. Remember, I was training and I was like, and you're like, "Hey, you coming in tonight? You coming in this morning?"
No.
And sometimes I'll just ignore you and be like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then I'm like, but that's just because it's like, man, dude, it sucks because you work a whole night and then you get off and then now you gotta go hit the gym and run and do all this stuff. But
that turns into discipline, right?
That exactly.
Yes.
Discipline's like, where is your discipline at?
Yeah.
And is my discipline, is it in the right places? Like,
man, we all can do better.
I believe so.
We all, let me tap on that the overweight thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think when you were talking about the overweight thing, it falls back into their health, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a reflection of themselves.
Essentially,
right?
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to get hired on and being some type of, I guess, I would say, you're trying to get hired on to security or trying to be a law enforcement, it's a big role because you're like your protection. You're protecting the business. You're protecting the people. I believe that person should be active and really taking care of their health.
Oh yeah.
Right.
100%.
Right. So I think the overweight thing, it has a reflection of on themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing where, I look at people and I'm like, dude, it's just, I get people that apply, hey, I'm looking for a job and I see them and I'm just like, and I just think to myself, okay, well, it's not that I don't like the fact that they're overweight.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be their, I'm not going to tell them like, hey, you need to
Their
lose
life
weight.
coach.
I'm not going to be their life coach because that's not my
Right.
job.
Right.
And it almost runs into being like discriminatory.
Mhm.
Really? And I don't want to discriminate against, but I have to look at the health side of it.
You have to, and then take care of your job, right? Protecting the business, protecting the people.
Yeah. Because a lot of our job function is getting out of the car and doing our walks.
Ooh,
I had hired somebody a while back and I told this, I'm not gonna say him or shim, whatever, but they were very lazy.
Mm.
And unfortunately, and part of that came from overweight. This person told me they were diabetic.
Right.
So obviously the diabetes leads into the weight gain, and then that part led into the laziness. Not taking care of themselves, and so I was constantly trying to encourage this person. Said, hey, I get it's cold today. I get it's hot, and you have to get out, but you have to get out and walk.
Come on, you got to do your walks.
Yeah, do your walks. Come on now.
Yeah.
And so this person, I haven't let that person go. Because I'm just, unfortunately, it's just, the laziness. Then it goes into what now I'm not selling my clients what I told them I was going to sell them on. We're going to do, we're going to do constant foot patrols. We're going to check this. We're going to check that. And now I hire someone, that's overweight, and they're not doing any of that. So I'm essentially, I'm not giving that client or that person that good service that I told them I was going to give them.
Right. It's kind of like a red flag, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is,
It is,
and
yeah.
like I've met some really, really, really interesting people, really talented people, and I look at them, and I just look at them, oh man, overweight, because then now I have to spend more money on uniforms.
Right.
It costs more. the bigger person is, the more it costs.
I can see that.
Yeah. So, and unfortunately, like I said, like, and I don't want to get into that whole like stigma of like overweight security.
Okay.
So I just, for me personally, like I can't, because I tell myself I gained some weight too.
But you look good.
I'm not trying.
Yeah.
I've been going back to the gym, so
I can see that.
but I'm just, but it's just like, but a little bit at a time. But when I see myself, I'm starting to gain weight, or if I'm walking, like I went to go detain someone last week, and I heard myself on the body cam, and I'm like, and I didn't even go that far.
Right.
It was like a short little sprint.
Right.
Boom.
And that goes back to your cardiovascular.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I'm like, dude, I can't do that.
I gotta take my ass back to the gym.
Yeah, back to the gym. I mean, I live in a lot nicer area now than I did before.
God bless.
I can, yes, absolutely. And so now I feel like now I can actually go out and run without someone like some loose dog out chasing me or anything like that. So I feel a lot more confident, a lot more comfortable being out, being able to go out. So what about when people are at work? I know we're talking about the overweight thing, but even if we are overweight,
yeah,
and we're all working these jobs,
yeah.
like what can we do as security, like while we're working? I know we're walking thing. Is there anything else that maybe we can be able to do to kind of get our blood flow, and kind of keep keep us active?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of hard because you guys have all that gear on, and you guys are strapped up.
Not all of us. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I'm one of the few, but there's a lot of security companies out there that just they T-shirt and pants. That's it.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that being said,
because you keep looking at me all the time. I'm just kidding.
Well, that being said, I mean, you can't really do a lot when you're on job because you can't just be like, oh, hey, I'm gonna go hit the gym. I'm gonna go see a personal trainer real quick for an hour.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, focusing on your nutrition. Yeah. So I guess that falls back on going, focusing on your meal preps and really trying to hold yourself accountable with the right nutrition you put into the body.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree. And one of the when I used to work at a casino, we worked there for like 12-hour days.
Nice.
And so a lot of us, what we did, because we were constantly just stagnant most of the time, we just stood there.
Yeah.
A lot of us, a few of the guys would actually do like a jog around, like one, just one jog around every hour.
There you go.
Some guys would do like standing like squats.
Okay.
My buddy Marshall, he gave me a sandbag, and dude, I freaking left it on this freaking job site. But he gave me a sandbag,
right?
And I kept it in my trunk.
So you guys were actually exercising out
there?
there?
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
I ended up working out in this weird this field,
right?
And I'm like, oh, and it was hot. And I
but
was
you
like,
still got it in.
There's nothing to do.
Nothing to do.
But I had the sandbag, so I started just doing like little
hang cleans
workout.
and all
yeah,
that.
dude. I'm like, okay, yeah, I
some
can
push
do this.
presses.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like this is cool. I mean, it didn't have a lot of weight to it, but I mean, just the
movement,
just the movement and
right,
and the repetition.
And I think that's what goes back to what you talked about. Is there anything else to do? Just move the body, man.
Just keep on moving.
Just keep on moving, and you're gonna get bored in that car just on your computer the whole time or on your phone. So just stay moving.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really I'm starting to become a lot. I mean, right now I'm starting to become more active now because I just, like I said, I started to see like my health. I'm like, dude, if like, okay, like when I go like your presentation,
right?
Okay,
presentation's huge.
So if you weighed 250 pounds right now,
right? Who's the one who want to train with me?
Nobody. Like, dude, I'm not trying to get to you,
right?
Like, but if you had weighed 250 pounds and you cut all the way down, well, maybe 250 for you wouldn't look too bad because of your body frame. But if you're like 300 pounds I
cut it back down to 220 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if you were 300 pounds and you cut down to like 220? Then you have a story.
You do.
And that's the great part about, and I think that's the great part about running a business is that when I talk to entrepreneurs, I always ask them, what did you do to get you here?
Right.
It
was not overnight success.
It's never,
No.
people look at people look at me, people probably look at you, they look at any other, mildly successful business and say, I wonder how they got there.
Or I can do it.
I can do it too.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
No, sir.
Okay. And when I talk about presentation, like I have to go, I'm the face.
You are.
I have to show my face.
You do.
I have to go to these meetings. I have to go show my face. And you think that if I say I own a security company and they see me, 300 pounds, are they going to want to bring me on to hire me?
No, sir.
They're going to look at me like this is you're the face.
You're the
like,
face.
yeah, I'm the face. I'm the guy.
I'm the guy.
Your belt, your buttons popping out and everything like that.
Hire
You're
me.
hey, hire me.
Yeah.
No, hell no.
No. I wouldn't hire you.
Yeah, so I used to get complaints and stuff from like clients. They said, "Oh yeah, we had these securities," and they call them securities. We had these securities, and they were big and they were lazy, and I'm like,
You hear that a lot, huh?
yeah, all the time,
All
man.
the time.
And I'm like, and then so when I work these these certain places, and they see me, they're like, wow, like you guys stand up the whole time. You guys are constantly moving. I said, I love that. And that's because
it starts with you.
It starts with me.
Yeah.
And I have one of my other guys that works with me. He was overweight kid.
Oh, okay.
And when he started working with me, he started to see the financial hardship. I mean, not the financial hardship, but the burden of the weight gain.
Okay.
Just not confident. Constantly just running into like size problems. Being fat shamed everywhere you go. Like everywhere you go. Oh gosh, they don't have my size.
Right.
And you're like, and you feel bad. You're like, gosh, dang, that sucked because you wanted it, but you couldn't get it because you couldn't fit it.
Imagine if you lost 50 pounds.
Imagine. Yeah, imagine.
I mean, everything happens when you lose weight.
Yeah.
Everything happens. Your self-esteem goes up. Your confidence levels goes up. I mean, you're probably gonna have more money in your pocketbook.
Yeah.
A lot of increase happens.
Yeah, because you measure, right? You're working these shifts and you go out to eat.
Man,
it's what meals
$20
cost
a
these days?
meal?
$20 a meal.
Yeah, something like that.
So you eat, and then after $20, that's on Monday.
Yeah.
And then
$20 on Tuesday.
$20 on Tuesday.
20,
and then
20 on Friday.
And then on the and if you look at it, you're still buying snacks in between.
So that's like $10 here. $10 there.
Yep.
So by the time Monday through Friday rolls around, you've already spent almost like $500 on food.
Yeah.
And that's probably not healthy for you.
Yeah.
Right.
I spent I saw my thing and I had this bank and it showed you where all your spendings go.
Yeah.
And it said like food and eating out.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I had spent like $500.
Oh man,
in a week.
Easy me 800.
Wow.
Wow.
No, man. I was just
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I get it because we get lazy. We get lazy. I like, why am I don't want to go to the store. I don't want to go to the grocery store. But it's like,
if that is the issue, just pick up a healthy choice. A healthier choice. It might be a little bit, couple extra dollars, but I mean, hey, look at your health. I mean,
yeah,
health is wealth.
Yeah. Well, I know when I go out, I sure as hell don't think about Subway. Like eat fresh.
But think about it, you get a 6-inch, you get a 12-inch, you eat that a couple meals.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Cut the chips out. Cut the soda. Cut
the chips.
Cut the soda.
Chips.
Cut the soda. Cut
And
the chips.
Soda, the chips.
Yeah, just get a water.
Jeez.
Water cup. It's cheap. It's free.
Free. Yeah. So what about so obviously we run into the domino effect part, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now now we have all these factors leading into our poor sleep. We can't sleep,
Right.
because of that rhythm, because we're constantly sleeping, we're constantly changing our schedule. Then it leads into then it jacks up our sleep. Then we're drinking energy drinks. And then we're drinking our performance goes down.
I see that.
Mm-hmm. Then we start, we get lazy. We stop, sometimes maybe we stop getting out of the car. I'm tired. I don't want to go.
I'm just gonna take a lap.
I'm gonna take a lap.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they don't do that. Don't think about that, man. They're like, I'll take a lap in the car.
That's what I'm saying. In the car. Let me just drive around this building.
Yeah, let me just drive around. You drive around. I haven't done a drive. I haven't done a drive around today.
Oh.
And so like when it comes to like self-care and when it comes to just taking care of ourselves, I think one of the biggest things is like like this, that old saying is your body is your temple.
It is.
And I never thought of it like that because like when I was eating bad, I felt bad.
You felt bad.
I didn't feel good.
You didn't feel good. Kind of felt ugly, huh?
Oh yeah. Like I have Chinese food, man. Close the place down, all
You're
you
like,
can
oh
eat,
man.
and I get out. I'm like, I feel gross. I was like, I don't like. I don't want to eat for days.
Right.
You know, just like
In a couple hours, you're hungry.
a couple hours, you're hungry again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm constantly, oh man, dude,
Yeah.
it sucks, man. So yeah, I definitely want to be in that point where I'm starting to meal prep. You know,
That'd be awesome.
more often. You know, and
Yeah.
it, obviously it's gonna cost you, a little bit there, but it's like a whole lot better than eating out all freaking day.
So what
You
it
know?
is, it actually saves you money. Yeah, a lot of people think it costs a little bit more to meal prep. It saves you money in the long run. It might cost a lot of money like right then and there, but if you plan your budget or you plan your meals in advance into your budget,
Yeah.
you're actually spending less on food.
Do you think are there places like do you have places like do you like meal prep for people?
Yeah,
Like
of
so
course.
if obviously we don't have time, like a lot of people don't have time.
They don't
you
have
know?
time.
So if I go to you and I
Mhm.
say, man, I need some personal training and I want to eat better,
Yeah,
I'm targeting like crap. Like the pizza I had yesterday just was so good, but I feel so bad.
Yeah, we gotta cut the pizza out.
Oh, no pizza.
Yeah, no pizza.
Stay away from the carbs.
Yeah.
So I guess carbs, yes.
Yes.
Carbs is turns into how's the carb work?
Oh, carbs turn into like sugars,
Sugars.
and then sugars turn into fat.
Oh,
yeah.
dude. Imagine eating that whole loaf of bread
Yeah.
and sitting on it
Right.
and all that turns into sugar.
Oh man.
Oh man, dude.
Man, so bread. If you are eating bread, sourdough bread is better on your digestive system. You're gonna digest it a lot quicker.
Really?
Yes,
I didn't
sir.
know that.
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Dude, man, really got me going.
Yeah.
Or you can go to In-N-Out and do what do they have them like the protein burgers?
Oh, so In-N-Out, yeah, you got that protein style. I
Yeah.
actually don't like In-N-Out.
I don't like In-N-Out either.
No, I think it's like it's not
Overrated.
overrated, but it's not even that cool.
It used to be good. It used to be good. I used to like it, but I only remember I could only eat In-N-Out once a week.
Yeah.
I mean, if not once a week, but like once a month,
Mm-hmm.
because for some reason when I go again, it doesn't taste the same. It tastes gross.
Oh yeah, I don't like it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
I'd rather
weird.
just make my own hamburger.
Or make your own hamburger,
Yeah.
animal style, dude. Now you can put however many you want to put on there. How many slabs of meat you want to put on there.
Right.
So okay, and then so obviously it's just a lot easier to to go to the gas station.
It is.
You know,
More convenient, right?
a whole lot more convenient. And you see all those nice candies and bag of chips. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, if I get a bag of chips, I'm a little tired right now. The little crunch is gonna wake me up a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's just where it starts.
It does.
You said you were gonna eat a couple of them,
Eat
and
the
that
whole
couple
bag.
turned into a whole bag.
The whole bag.
And then you're like, dang, I should have got 2 bags.
I'm still hungry.
They're on sale. So I think that what are some good alternatives?
At the gas station.
Yeah.
Protein bars. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. They do have some sugars in them, some hidden sugars. They might say they don't have sugars, but they really do. I don't recommend it to my clients, but if you're like super on the go, protein bar, man. Protein bar.
Yeah, I like protein bars.
Yeah.
I usually make a shake before I go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a protein shake.
Yeah. Shake it up, baby.
you know,
Make 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should, man. But they start melting, and I don't like the way they taste after that. I like the whole like put some ice in there and make it all nice and creamy.
So they have that 6-pack bag where it keeps everything cold.
Oh,
Yeah, they're like $100, but hey, $100 for your health, because health is wealth, baby.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
you think about it, $100 is if you're eating every day and you're constantly on the go,
Mm-hmm.
$100 for a bag
Come on.
is
And keeps everything cold.
yeah.
Come on.
Does it keep it warm too? What if
No, that's the microwave.
the microwave?
Yeah.
Yeah, I started seeing these bags on TikTok, dude. They were like, you can warm your food and stuff.
That's kind of cool.
TikTok shop. I was like, God dang, TikTok shop got me again, man.
Got me again. Let me. Literally buy
I
that.
wanted to,
Yeah,
man,
Apple
but
Pay, you know?
yeah, but every time I buy stuff on there, I can never get it. it's like ordering stuff from Wish. Like it's like you wish it,
Or
you wish it
Etsy.
comes, or Etsy, yeah.
Etsy, yeah.
Like you wish it comes, and sometimes it doesn't come, and
Yeah.
you're like,
Man.
it's living on a dream, man.
Yeah. I love it.
So, like, and then I noticed too myself too is like, I always wore like 34s,
Mhm.
in waist, and then I had climbed up to a 36. I was like, 36 is not bad,
Mhm.
And then
You
I had
got-
to climb up to a 38.
And you got discouraged.
I should have got discouraged then,
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, that sucks. And then after that,
Yeah.
I was like, huh, freak. And I just like kept moving on with life.
You went on to the 40s?
No, not
Okay.
yet, dude.
No.
I'm pushing it though.
Yeah.
And so that's where I'm like, that's when I started seeing myself pushing a little bit.
Right.
I was like, cause now it's like harder. Like even my duty belts are fitting tighter than they were before. I'm like, dude, like,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is
Discouraging.
discouraging, man. It
Mhm.
sucks because you're like, and then like sometimes you have to bend over, you have your gear on, you got to bend over and tie your shoe, dude.
It's hard, huh? Yeah.
It's like I gotta hold my breath in
Right.
just to bend over to go tie my shoe.
Yeah, that was actually the turning point for a couple of my clients was when they couldn't tie their own shoes. They said they had a problem.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
I was like, it wasn't like, I mean, I got it done, but it's just like
Yeah.
I felt like I worked out to get to that point, like where I had to like.
It was like a total workout just to tie the shoe, huh?
Yeah, dude. I'm
I've
like,
heard that before. Yeah.
it's not a good feeling, and so I just said, you know what, like as much as I want to get a trainer, like, you know, sometimes like I just need to just, you know, I can just walk around. Take action.
Take action.
You know,
yeah.
I was like, you know, because if I'm going to commit to something, I have to be able to commit to something first.
Right.
You know, so, you know, obviously, I want to go back to you. I want to go back and work out with you because, dude, we were killing me, man.
Man, you were killing it. Yeah.
And then
You're probably like the best shape of your life.
yeah, I felt like I was.
Yeah.
I was looking at some pictures from last year,
Man,
and I'm like, oh,
you were beasting.
I was like, dude, I need to get back there.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
You
And so
How old are you, Eric?
37. I'm 37 now.
Yeah, when you turn 38.
February.
Yeah, so 38 February. That's only a couple months out. Let's get some milestones going.
Yeah. Milestones.
Milestones are good.
Yeah. So what I told myself was, okay, I'm gonna pay for personal training and I'm gonna skip all my classes.
Mhm.
You know, then essentially I'm wasting my own money.
You are.
And so I thought to myself, create a habit.
Yes.
You know, before you decide to jump in head first to get a gym membership, or not even gym membership, but just to get any sort of train. Well, what would you say?
Yeah, I would say like you said, create a habit first. You know, have some little bit of discipline, some responsibility.
Yeah.
Right.
So now they're approaching New Year's.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna get a gym membership.
Yeah, Planet Fitness,
Planet-
or
yeah.
Crunch Fitness,
Crunch.
yeah,
Or
Crunch.
what's that new gym that's here
Man,
that everyone's been going to?
I think it's Crunch.
No, not Crunch. That one's in Oildale area, but the one that's off of Stockdale.
Crunch.
No, it's not Crunch, bro.
Oh, Choose.
Choose.
Oh, Choose Your Fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they
Dude.
don't care about you guys.
I was in there, man. I was
They
like,
just want to take your money.
yeah, I went in there. I like the atmosphere. I like the vibe there, but it's just too many people,
Mm-hmm.
and I can only imagine what it's gonna be because my
Oh man.
because my office is like right across the street. You know, I
Right.
can walk over there. But I'm like looking at it. I'm like, damn, dude. Like, then the gym.
It's gonna be busy.
So people that are just first starting out,
Yeah.
you know, I guess, you know, getting a gym membership is probably the hardest part.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because then we have to be around people. And some people, I'm like, I really don't like people. You know what I mean? Like, they're okay.
Yeah.
But I
deal with them.
really don't like to be around people when I'm working out. Sometimes I like to be in my own little personal space,
Right.
you know. But you know, sometimes when I feel like when I start feeling a little bit, you know, want to be around people, I'm like a little more extroverted. I'm like, yeah, I go to the gym, everybody.
Yeah.
But a lot
Post
of
on
times, man,
Instagram. Hey, I'm at
yeah,
the gym,
but
guys.
yeah. It's almost like you see people posting all the time, like, hey, I'm at the gym,
Yeah.
and I used to like, dude, God, you're so
And
annoying.
you never see those guys at the gym.
never,
Never.
you know,
Yeah.
at the gym,
Yeah.
you know. But I'm like, if you don't snap, it didn't happen.
Hey, if you snap, it didn't happen.
But then I guess that would be a great way of being accountable, holding yourself accountable, right?
Yeah.
Is
Getting a gym membership.
that one?
Yeah.
But photographing,
Photo. Yeah. Oh yeah. Progress pics.
Yeah.
That's huge.
like one,
I tell my clients that. So yeah, you should definitely take a before pic. You know, front
Yeah.
view, side view, and 30 days later, take another front view, side view.
yeah,
If you look the same, we got something going on.
yeah,
Something wrong's happening.
right, yeah. Obviously, someone's cheating there.
Yeah, somebody's cheating, and
So-
results don't lie, right?
Do you guys offer? What do you guys offer? Like, let's say
Yeah.
that we want to, maybe we want it takes what 21 days to create a habit.
21 days.
Do you guys have like something where you guys can do like a 21-day special?
Yeah, so
on people?
it's an accountability program.
Okay.
So holding yourself accountable for 21 days, I believe it's great because, like you said, it's about 3 weeks and it's right before a month. So 21 days, I believe it takes a little bit longer, about 42 days.
To create a habit?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
about 42 days, so a little bit over a month. But yeah, we have that 21-day special going on. It's just $30 per month. There's no extra costs. There's no extra fees. You show up. We point you in the right direction, and we get you some results within that 21 days.
Wow, that's cool.
Yes, sir.
That's so cool.
Mhm.
I always wanted to, I personal trained for a little bit, but then I
Yeah.
realized I didn't have that passion.
I didn't like people.
I didn't like people. I did it. That's why I do security, because I don't have to deal with people. If I don't
Yeah.
want to deal with them, I say, hey man, go over there, bro.
Yeah, kick rocks.
Hey man,
Yeah.
see you later, man.
Yeah.
But I really don't like people. I like people, but in my own time. You
In
know
your
what I
own
mean?
zone.
I gotta get ready for that.
You gotta
know?
get used to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so what? That's why I chose security, man. Well, I mean, not because I chose security, but for me, I feel like this is my kind of like this is like my niche.
Man, you're killing
You
out
know?
here.
I'm trying.
You're
to,
doing
man.
well. You're
I'm
doing very
trying
well.
to.
Yeah.
It's just like like I said, man. It's just I want to be able to have a healthy team. I want to be able to have create a good environment for the people
Mhm.
that that work with us. And obviously, man, as a small business, like nothing is ever 100%, nothing is ever bulletproof.
Right.
And a lot of times, like, man, I'm still a new owner. You know,
Yeah.
I've been in it for I've owned this business for 3 years, just
Right.
not about the same time as you did.
Right.
Right before COVID, like right during COVID.
During
And
COVID, yeah, I remember.
and that's when I started seeing like this can work, and too late to get out of it now because it cost me too much to get out. So
I'm too far
in
invested.
I'm in it for the win, baby. But yeah, man, it's just that's where that's where like fitness comes in too. It's like
Mhm.
I thought to myself, I'm like how good would it be to have like people that are healthy, like create a healthy environment.
Mhm.
There's a
For
security
everybody.
company out in LA that has a gym for their employees.
That's beautiful.
And I'm like, that's cool. That's they're using it. I mean, I hope they're using it. But
So let the Fit Spot be the spot for your employees.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, maybe yeah, we could probably work something out
Yeah.
where if anyone messages me and says, hey, I want to make some changes,
Right.
and then we can get a whole group thing together, and I can send them your way, and
That'd
then
be
hook us
beautiful.
up, man.
Yeah. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'll sponsor you guys.
Oh shoot,
Yeah.
heck yeah, I'm cool with that, man.
All right.
Man, dude, this has been great, man. I think we've been talking about this podcast for I think over a year now.
Right.
And I told myself, I was like, I gotta make it special for Tyler because Tyler's kind of extra.
Man,
Tyler's
a little
extra.
extra.
Man.
Yeah. A little
So
extra.
I was like, I gotta have some nice chairs.
Mhm.
I gotta have a couple cool little plants, little flake plants that I don't really care about.
Yeah.
And just create a cool little atmosphere.
Yeah.
And because you sit me there,
Mhm.
this is where we're at.
Hey, we're here.
And so
We're doing
man,
it.
super duper excited, man. For the new year.
I'm excited too, man.
Obviously, we're gonna make some. I tell everyone, just because it's New Year and everything's gonna carry over, and
Yeah.
sorry, there is no everything rolled over.
It
Okay,
does. Yeah. Time doesn't
But-
stop for nobody.
but it's a great opportunity to get a fresh start.
It is.
I mean, if you could just see, if you mentally see it,
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, yeah, last year I didn't do this,
Right.
or last year I didn't offer this,
Right.
but now that we're moving on to a new year,
Yeah.
let's try something new.
Yeah.
It's just it works out. I mean,
I recommend, honestly, guys, just really sit down and write down what you guys want in your life and your goals. Just 10 top goals that you guys want for 2024.
I want to do my first Spartan race. So
I want to do my first mud race.
yes. I'm gonna do the Spartan race in
Yeah.
February.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be there
So-
with you.
Are you going?
Yeah.
No.
I'll do it with you.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
I told myself, I was like, dude, let me just run this 5. I told myself I want to do a 5K. I told myself last year.
5K is easy, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
3 miles, bro.
Easy. 3.5, 3.2 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told myself last year, okay, I'm gonna do a 5K.
Yeah.
Never did one. And then the year before that, I'm gonna do a 5K.
Right.
Never did one.
Never did one.
This year, next year, 2024,
Yeah.
I'm going to do I'm gonna do a 5K.
You're gonna do it. Who's gonna
Yeah.
hold you accountable?
Myself.
Yeah. And who else?
You.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A personal trainer.
Personal trainer.
Right.
Health coach.
Health coach.
Yeah.
Health and life coach.
Yeah. Lifestyle coach.
Man, dude, this was great. I'm glad I was able to pick your brain a little bit.
Yeah.
and offer some, I don't know, words of wisdom, or offer some, because not everybody knows,
Right. Give us some education.
Education,
Yeah. It's huge.
and obviously, and I think fitness plays a very intricate piece
Yeah.
in private security and law enforcement, more so law enforcement, but no, we have to hold ourselves accountable.
We gotta take care of ourselves.
As a business owner, if I hire someone that's, if we're hiring people that are overweight, then it's our, I think more so on the health conscious thing, because now I'm gonna have more call outs because they're gonna get sick more because they're not taking care of
You're
themselves.
sacrificing your business.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can't do that. I'm sorry, man. I'm not trying to say that we're all pretty and we're the platinum of security, but man, dude, I want people have to, take a point and says, you know what, I'm working out. I'm just trying to get better.
I'm trying to better myself.
I'm like, I will recommend everyone to go to church, but like not everybody's built that way. But
Right.
I like to, people to have like even some morals, like spiritual morals. Like I'm very, very spiritual.
Me too. Yeah.
And I know I didn't even touch on that too.
Yeah.
And you got spiritual, you like last year. Was it last year? A couple years?
About a couple years ago.
Couple
yeah.
years?
Probably there when I started the business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
2020.
yeah. And I just realized, and I don't want to freak people out or anything, but like, being as a Christian owner, there's some benefits to it, because, if I'm ever having a bad day, or if I feel like things are just crashing down, like I got someone to call. You know,
the Lord, baby.
I'm calling God, man. I'm like, hey, man, I don't.
God, do you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Everything I prayed on, man.
Yeah.
Everything I prayed for, it came to pass, man. I sit there, pray on it, and then fast a little bit, and then boom, right there.
It comes alive.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. So
That's
I'm like,
beautiful.
I haven't prayed for. People were like, hey, you gonna get any more accounts? I was like, I haven't prayed for any.
See, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more thanking God than praying.
Yeah.
Praying for something.
Yeah, thank you. Absolutely,
I
yeah.
thank God every day.
Yeah, you have
You
to.
have to.
So, man, today was great.
It was awesome.
Yeah, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
This was very, very informative. If you guys, how do we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, thefitspot.bakersfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, what if somebody wants to get in contact with you? Like,
Yeah, my number is 661-379-9139.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, I don't same phone numbers, bro. I mean, no one's gonna call you.
Yeah.
I don't think people call. People call anymore?
I get a lot of calls.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
But
Okay.
hit me on the email too. I mean,
Okay.
the old school.
The old school
guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you have like your own like personal like Instagram account
Oh, my
that you use?
Yeah, it's just Tyler Pool _.
Tyler Pool
Yeah.
underscore.
TYLERPOL_.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so they can contact you and maybe get some prices and
Yeah.
get some sort of
Mhm.
maybe even education on the fitness side.
Right.
Is it okay if people contact you to pick your brain a little bit?
Yeah, I would love that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I always show that value.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
love that, man. That's awesome. Because I always feel like there's too many people out there that you go and ask them questions and you ask them like, hey, can you help me out with that? And everyone has like things like they have like this secret code or something, or this
That
power,
secret sauce.
the sauce, like,
Yeah.
like, and then, and then so they're reluctant to share any information with you because like, I don't know if they think you're going to steal it from them or you're going to, I don't know, man.
Right.
But all I know is like, dude, like people, like I just like, I mean, people call me all the time, ask me
Yeah.
to pick my brain, dude. I'm like, I ain't getting denied,
Yeah.
bro. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you where I work at, but I don't want you going and trying to steal from me. But
Yeah.
I am gonna offer. I do want to
Mhm.
offer people a resource, and I'm glad that you're that resourceful person that I can just call you right now and say, hey, man, I'm looking to change my eating habit a little bit. Do you have any advice? At least I know. At least I know I have a guy, I have a person to call.
Yep.
And so I think that's pretty cool, man. Wow.
Yeah.
I think we're all out of time, man.
Man, that was awesome, man.
Yeah, it's great.
All right.
I want you guys to. This is Tyler Poole.
Thank you guys for having me.
From the Fit Spot.
Yep.
This is obviously myself, Eric. And we look forward to the New Year's. Is there any last things you can give, a lasting impression you can give someone for the new year when they're starting off?
Yeah. Just have faith in yourself, guys.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You guys are tuned into the Watch Podcast and are with our special guest, Tyler Poole from this Fit Spot. All right, guys. Be blessed. Love God. Love each other. Let's go change the world.
Change the world, baby.